In today's video, we're gonna do another behind the scenes of one of my fun shoots. This time we're featuring a model and a burlesque performer named Luna Lee. But first, coffee. All right, cue the montage. First, talk equipment. I'm going to use two lights, or use usually two lights in most of my shoots, and I will use the collapsible octobox as a key, and I have a foldable strip box for rim and strip light, as well as flashing it on to the background to wash it out. Usually I just use those two and I just move it around depending on how bright or dark I want my shots. Right? Lighting setup, behind the scenes. In terms of the lights themselves, the strobes that I'm using, I have a couple of Alien Bs, or Paul C. Buff B800s. They're very, very old. They've lasted me almost 8 years now, and I bought them secondhand and they're still working very well. Although I don't use them all the time, like I use them very, very sparingly, but these are very good, very affordable, small strobes that you can use for shoots. Let's start with the gear that we're using this afternoon. First, I'm using the R6 as my main camera body, and people ask why the R6 over the R that has a higher megapixel count. The R6 has way better autofocus. They handle noise a little bit better, so I prefer this. I decked out the R6 with a battery grip, a camera bracket so I can mount the flash a little closer to the body, closer to the lens, because I do like the speed light look, but with smaller area of stark shadow. That's kind of like my first warm-up Catalogue look, very simple. I have the 51.2. For camera settings, for those who are wondering, I always want my ISO at 100, as noiseless as I can. I will have my aperture at 8, so everything is clear and sharp, but not too sharp. I have my shutter at 1/125th, no shutter drag. I don't like the 250s because that's a little bit too fast for me, so 125 is good. In terms of picture styles, I downloaded the camera picture style presets, the portrait studio, and then the portrait snapshot for my studio shoots. I usually use studio in studio shoots. As for image quality, I shoot in C-RAW with small fine JPEG. I use the C-RAW because I don't need the full RAW. I'm not blowing this up to a billboard. I'm not printing this out or cropping it in too closely. And the JPEGs, because what I do is I send the JPEGs to the subject, to the model right after the shoot, so that they can pick the shots that they love as well, so I can edit a little bit quicker. Most people won't have RAW readers, so I just send their JPEG. So it's good for me to review in JPEGs first and then edit in RAW. People are wondering what this is. This is an external battery pack that adds a little bit more juice to the flash for my speed light layout. But after the first layout, I switched to my cheapo triggers to trigger our strobe, and always having some place to show inspiration shots. So I have my iPad here ready. I have a couple of inspiration shots loaded there that me and the subject has been DMing about of what we're gonna do to make it a little bit easier to flow through the shoots as fast as we can. That's the setup that we have. This is Luna. So pro tip 1, anything that your model wears is wardrobe. You can always warm up with something like that. Pro tip number 1A, pick a subject that you don't have to do anything with. You just let them do their thing and get out of the way. So that's the main role of photographer, is let them do all the work and you just capture it. Setup 1, Catalogue shoot. Okay, hold that. Dead straight again, chin down, mouth open a little bit like you're breathing through your mouth. I don't know which iPad I'm gonna use it as a wallpaper. But okay, let's.
Oh, thank you for posing. You know it works. So.
Let's take the pants off. You have black underwear?
Yes.
Okay, pants off. This one, same thing, but like it'll be like a little cutesy this time. Layout 2. Look at how gorgeous Luna is. That's just how she gets out of bed every day. But our lighting setup is we have the one key octa box there, right? Model left, camera right, and then I have the strip box over there washing the light so we can kill her shadow. This way, it's a little bit more glamorous. The model will pop out of the background, so it's a little bit less catalog, more fashion, high-end glamour art. And look at how glamorous that is. Right, cool. Layout 2. Alright, our next layout, I'm gonna get her naked, so you're not allowed. Just finished with her art Implied nude layout, and I will do my favorite headshot bright version with Luna. So here's how I shoot it. I put the light right behind my back to diffuse as much as I could, because I'm gonna shoot the headshot at wide open. Nobody really does headshots at 1.2 or 1.8, but I will, because it focuses all the emphasis on the subject's face and everything else kind of blurs. You don't need everything sharp, you just need the most important bits, which are the eyes, the lips, the face, everything else is just complementary. So again, 1.2 aperture, 1/125th shutter speed. The light will have to be as low as you could possibly go, and if your lights are too strong, maybe you'll need to put some ND filters on your lens. But try it out. It's not the traditional headshot, but that's how I like my stuff. Thanks, Luna. Oh, next layout. We finally put the black backdrop down. We're doing a little bit more darker glamour stuff. And as you can see, it's pretty much the same lighting setup. The only difference is I moved the strip box instead of shooting the backdrop towards the side of the model for more of a rim light. That'll make her pop out more from the darker background. I also moved the key light a little bit more to her side, make it a little bit darker on the face. Although this is gorgeous, we're gonna make it a little bit more mysterious for the photo. So it's layout 4-ish, but essentially the second set. You can do as many of these shoots super duper quickly. So cue the time-lapse thing.
I love that.
I
can't believe you're getting that lighting in here because it seems so bright.
might keep this hostage. No, it's great. Oh, this is
Love that.
pretty amazing. So we're done with the second lighting, and we're gonna do a version of the art nude stuff with this lighting now. And that's the trick too. Try to shoot something before you get your subject off wardrobe, so you know how the light's gonna get. No matter how professional your models are, and you know Luna is an amazing performer, still very awkward to be in front of a stranger pretty much buck naked. So you want to be as efficient in your shoot as you can. Light test with wardrobe, take wardrobe off with minimal changes to your light, so you know how your output is going to be. That way you don't have to spend more than, let's say, 50 shots on that particular lighting setup, and you can get whatever that you guys need. Cool? So again, just taking your clothes off and you're gonna go away. Thank you so much to Luna Lee. Luna, where can people find you?
Check out Luna Lee Burlesque on Instagram.
Luna Lee Burlesque on Instagram. She is absolutely gorgeous. So I have zero job to do. I literally just have to like put it on my computer. So next step, send your shots right away to your subject. It will make them feel a little bit more comfortable that they have something to work with. You know, they're not edited yet, but if you have raw shots, send it to them. They can review, they can see their favorite shots. You can see your favorite shots, and that way you can make the output quicker and much more efficient. I'm gonna send Luna her shots. She's gonna pick her favorites. She's gonna tell me what she wants me to edit. I'll edit a couple of my favorites so she can see how I edit my stuff, and that way she has some sort of expectation of what to get. And hopefully she likes what she sees and she'll come back. That's simple. Now we have to change all of that living room back again to a living room. Thank you, Luna. You are the best.
Thank you.